Hi, this is Coach Sam Tamayo of Yamaha's Into the Thrill series. For everyone who's trying to get into off-road riding, there are some things you need to consider before buying your first bike. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about it. There are some things you need to consider before buying your first bike. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about it. Here are the top 5 things you need to know in buying your first enduro bike. The engine. In enduro riding, you need an efficient engine so you don't get yourself stuck in the middle of the off-road or jungle or mountain. This 155cc liquid-cooled VVA will take care of the stress by making sure your engine is cool. You see that? Radiator. Next thing is the suspension. You need a nice long travel of suspension in order to tackle the different ruts, rocks, even woods out there in enduro riding. You also need a good pair of tires. Dual sport tires so that when you're on the road, you have good traction, and also when you are in the off-road. Matching it with aluminum rims. You also need efficient brakes. This bike right here has disc brakes in the front and in the rear. And you would notice it has a better, bigger caliper and rotor, which really takes care of your high speed in the off-road and making sure you can slow down that bike and you'll be safe. And lastly, this nice seat that originally came from the design of the competition bikes or the YZs. In enduro riding, you need to be able to shift your position in the front, middle, and in the rear really fast and quick, and this seat is the best. So that's it. In order to be safe in the off-road world, you need to have the right equipment. And this Yamaha WR155R is the best choice for starters, even for those experienced enduro riders. This is Coach Sam Tamayo of Yamaha's Into the Thrill series. I hope you have a grand time. Take care out there and explore, make the adventure with your Yamaha, because only Yamaha revs your heart.
By the grace of God, we we're back. Anyway, this was circa 2015 po. And then we borrowed units, and for beginners kasi we cannot use a race bike or competition bike masyadong strong. So we used Yamaha XTZ. So watch how we did it back in 2015. I borrowed the bike of PJ Alberto, which is the Yamaha.
Ikaw nakalabas. Tapos, pasok ako dito.
You see
Balik.
the difference noon po.
Tapos, right leg,
Wala pa
nakalabas.
akong open
Left
face lang.
elbow,
Trying to
nakataas.
demonstrate the
Tapos
basic.
transition. Ano lang, paikot-ikot.
Very important now. Now that I'm a safety ride instructor, helmet is very essential. Ito yung
This drill is teaching you how to prepare
Arlan de la
yourself.
Cruz.
Kasi when you enter a corner,
Um, wow. Ang bilis ng time ng panahon. That was so when you try to grow the sport, and then the reason you organize races, you need traditional sponsors, and the traditional sponsors are manufacturers, and for us, we are blessed now we were able to partner with Honda, and now until today we're partnered with Yamaha, the brand we really trust. And then why is it important for us to partner with traditional sponsors? It's because right now, for instance, it's pandemic. What happened to our sport? It's only the we cannot separate our sport from motorcycles because the rider, motorcycle, athlete, equipment. It's very important. So I want to encourage everyone when you're gonna ask for support from sponsors, make sure that you don't ask for money at first. The sport is too small to ask money from them. Ask something that your goal to alam nyo yun, paramihin yung rider what you need, and that would be motorcycles. And let's grow the sport together. Partner with a manufacturer, um, entry level bikes para safe yung estudyante. If you want to be mentored by myself in how you can teach what are the modules that we use or we made, I'm very much willing to share it to you. Just chat me. And then another, um, I want to share to you the non-traditional naman. Um, Private pa din sila. What are the non-traditional sponsors? The non-traditional sponsors are sponsors, not manufacturer. Okay? So ito yung pwede yung mga bagay like um, Colgate, like or toothpaste, like food. Uh, we are blessed that we were led to a car manufacturer which was Mitsubishi back in 2016 naman. So 2016, so hindi siya um, kontra sa manufacturer na motorcycle, car. Um, Hold on. Asis. I know this guy is son na Ani. Hey, Asis, kamusta? Shout out to you. Miss na kita. Walang karera, wala pa rin race tracks sa MMF. Anyway, um, usually, we cannot blame traditional sponsors, like for instance, manufacturer, if they want to be the only manufacturer that is in your event, sponsoring your event. That's how it goes because, of course, they have competition. They want to eliminate the competition. So one thing that if you're tied with the pag lumaki na yung sport or habang maliit pa, you're tied with a manufacturer na be loyal to them, okay? Serve, promote those who serve and promote the sport. Pero the cool thing about being open to trying to find a non-traditional sponsor kasi hindi siya competition nung traditional sponsor. And so this was the blessing that we had. It was called the Diamond Motor Corporation slash Mitsubishi. And shout out to Blaylock family, uh, Powerful Downs John. He gave us a chance when when we organized it 2016, 2017 hanggang 2018, 3 years din yon. They played a huge role in us growing the sport and funding the lahat about the event. And eto naman, this is credits to ABS-CBN. Meron lang error yung researcher of this how do you call this segment kasi when sasabihin dito yung story ko my dad died po. We're not on a motorcycle but we are in a car, and then it's the bus that collided with us. So ngayon, I'm gonna share this to you medyo how I was able to, I asked Mitsubishi if you can sponsor our series, to grow the sport. And they told me, can you jump over a Montero? Okay. So there's that give and take relationship because you're grateful. And nakakatuwa sa grace ng Lord. The Lord allowed it to happen and then napatalon po ako doon sa Montero. And then yun pala, it will open up my mind and my wife's na payagan namin yung kids namin na mag-motocross. Kasi after this stunt, sila yung nangulit na sumakay sa PW50 na training units namin sa MMF. And yun, hanggang ngayon, nagmo-motocross kami. We're having a blast. So I want to share to you this by Bandila story and how we please the non-traditional sponsor, which is very important. Okay, yun. So yun, two kinds of private sponsors, guys. The traditional, and yun nga, in my case, Yamaha, because only Yamaha revs your heart. Until now, they're my partner and sponsor. Pangalawa is the non-traditional. I've had Mitsubishi, and actually, from the beginning talaga of MMF, the number one partner is I wanna give a shout out to them are my family, the VGTSA Development Corporation, which is family thing. They sponsored the venue, which is the MMF. Anyway, Asis, we cannot prioritize mo yung, the track. I know. Um, right now kasi to grow the sport, we're teaching a lot of kumukuha ng license for students. And that's our way of kind of growing the sport while it's pandemic. Even my kids aren't riding right now. I want to encourage you to ride other race tracks. Meron pong track sa Pampanga. Shout out to Oco Santos, Ground Zero. There's a track in Antipolo. Shout out to the Bautista family, Ryan, especially KRB. Shout out to there's a track in Batangas. There's a track in Nueva Ecija. There's a track in I think in basta different venues. Go support. Oh, Vermosa, of course. There's still a track in Vermosa. We need more tracks. Pero at MMF, I cannot commit that kasi guys, every day, every morning, we have set of students, theoretical and hapon. Kaya nga, if you will see my personal post, I have a lot of Mio. So Mio, I want to shout to Yama. Anyway, guys, I want to give away something. Right now, it's pandemic. Meron akong face mask courtesy of Dunlop Tires. If you want Dunlop Tires, guys, go give me a message. Hold on, let me get. Yeah, here, guys, I have face masks like this, 'di ba? Dunlop Tires. Ang ganda niya kasi guys, it is yung pang sports yung material. So just drop by at MMF and I'll give me a message first so mag-iiwan ako doon. You can get it at Coffee Grounds kiosk and for free. So message me in my personal if you want this and you can drop by at MMF or pwede nyo pakakuha. Let me know. Kasi I'm always there naman overseeing our coaches. Shout out to MMF Academy coaches in partnership with Alcoa Driving School. So yun lang guys. Let's grow the sport. This I'm gonna end this series of the dirt bike race organizer. I hope kahit isa lang ma-encourage ko na track owner or somebody who is kind of blessed na mag-organize ng fun races. In this series, I'm happy. Sobrang happy ko na nun. That's what it's all about. We cannot grow the sport if we won't have places, venues, walang fun races, fun events. My suggestion lang is please be careful of making sure that you protect the newbies or real beginners. Do not mix them with others, the dayo. Um, if you're gonna invite racers, national racers, you have to have a category for them. Pero for me, how will you grow the sport if you're gonna focus on the national riders? You would need to have cash prizes for them. Diba? But it's hard to get sponsors. Try to grow the grassroots. And that way, many motocross riders, off-road riders will be educated the same time grow in number. Then we have more sponsors. I want to leave you with this verse, my favorite. Psalm 127:1. Unless the Lord builds Moro, the house, they labor in vain who build it. Unless the Lord guards the city, What have we planted already? We've established guards the city, the riders, diba? Sponsors, relationship with sponsors. The watchman keeps awake in vain. It is in vain for you to rise up early and retire late to eat the fruit of your painful labors, for God gives to his beloved even in his sleep. This is Sam Tamayo of MMF Live. I hope I was able to encourage you to let's grow the sport together and love one another for God, for the sport, to serve God